Haya. We are live. Msaji.
Chachiriwo.
Kasano kaulida.
Ebala. Yeah, it's really...
Guys, it's hot. It is hot.
It's humid. There's a difference because I'm trying to go outside. Like the stuffy hot air. It doesn't go anywhere.
Someone told me it's because we are surrounded by rivers.
What about this? Yeah.
I was in Juba, man. These are temperatures we used to get. I sent a screenshot of today's weather to a friend, to a group chat, and a friend from Egypt was like, "Sha, it's basic stuff." I was like, "Kare boss, tuli muzanyo."
That's normal weather elsewhere. It reminds me of the winter times when you send someone the weather and they're like, "How do you survive?" And you're like, "Man, it's normal. It's you know."
Honestly, me, I prefer the winter. Truth be told, mumpe winter, whenever summer. Because winter, you can add on clothes. Summer, you can't remove. no, we're a naked man. Skin to say get a jijako. It's too much.
It's time to wear those shorts.
Shorts and zamba.
No, but the best thing is to wear just like loose-fitting
clothes.
attire and.
Even, man, guys, if you come here, look for a house that has AC. This heat is not... we have to move, man, because new Bataina AC, and it's too much. We cannot.
It's actually hotter outside.
Hey, it's hotter outside, man. Like, wind blows. You're like, what the... So you get a fan, it's blowing hot air at you. That's also maybe ACs. I remember when I just come here, the Airbnb I stayed in, chicks used to sleep with those ACs on. And I used to wonder, how do you sleep with such noise? I remember one day even telling her, I'm like, why do you sleep with the AC on? Do you know it actually gets cold at night? And she looked at me, she's like, damn, bit of a mafidika. I think she was saying, relax, you will.
Experience.
Yesterday I slept with the AC on. Yes. Luckily, the first night was hard. I kept waking up. It's making noise. Second night, voice, I didn't even hear it. It's amazing what the human body can get used to.
Once you train it to something, it adapts quite easily.
But that AC is noisy. But
yes, it is.
I slept, man. Then in the morning, I walked out of my room. To go into the living room. You're like, what the fuck? Summer, winter. It's not the worst. Denton was telling me Texas is even worse. It gets hotter than here.
Oh, yeah.
Because here the maximum I've seen so far is like 35, but feels like 40 degrees Celsius. But in Texas, they can reach 45, 50. I'm like, bruh.
It can melt anything, probably even the tires.
Anyway, welcome people. Lero to our topic. Today is a very important episode. We are going to tell you how to avoid being scammed, how to avoid the buffet of this side, the thieves, the sharp guys. And before I start, let me set context. A person in town, Kampala, is smarter than a person in the village.
True.
Just by default, you're faster, you see.
Your means, your ways.
Exactly.
Like you're more exposed, so you know your way around.
A person in a first world and a person in Kampala. First of all, the gap between, I said this before, the gap between Kampala and Vida, the gap between Kampala and first world, big gap. So even the buffet of this side, they are faster, sharper, smart. You think you know buffet?
Guys are more manipulative and they understand the science to this and everything.
And their stuff is like way smarter. We are going to get into all that, but just set context that whatever it is that we do, these guys do better. Roads, infrastructure, money. Like akusinga buli kimu. Batusinga sente, batusinga, civilization, batusinga n'abafere. So just know.
No weather about to see.
No weather about to see. Everything is in extremes. Today someone was saying New York is the city of extreme. Extreme weather, extreme population, extreme party, extreme. So just know. So that's what we are going to cover. We are going to look at, online scams, in-people-person scams when you meet them, trains, whatever, soliciting a center, and what you should be careful. What to watch out for.
My question will be, what made you get to this? Who scammed you? Who was scammed?
I first saw this in Toronto. And remember, I'm not a dense guy. I'm not a dense guy. I'm a tech guy. I know my way around tech. But even me, sometimes you're like, you almost fall for it. You're like, then you pause. So I imagine a normal person who's not so tech savvy, who's not so. That is what scares me. That even me, who's like, I'm a software guy, I'm doing data analytics, computer and tech, I use Linux. Like, you're tech savvy. Yeah. And still, even you sometimes will have So imagine a basic guy who can't even know how to use Windows.
Well, tech. The thing that I've seen over time, the more tech savvy someone is, the easier it is to
target them.
Because they'll overlook the detail, the smallest of details, and that's all what these people need to get in. And once they get in, it's downhill thereafter. Like they'll just keep milking you till you run dry.
So that's one topic. The second topic is going to be
being stuck. For the most part, you will have a schedule. Say you've been doing class for 3 months. You've been training for something for a particular time. You've been, say, watching a TV show for the last couple of months. Whatever it is, whatever stage you are in life, and there's a time where you need to transition into something, or that thing really has to end, and something comes
the transition
in.
era.
So that transition period, we tend to fall in that trap, or that muddy water of like, what next? And usually, sometimes it's snappy, you can jump out of it. But for the most part, we all tend to have cold feet and put our hands to the head and wonder what to do next. And
got it. Let me also ask you, what inspired you to get into that topic?
Well, for 2 reasons. One, mid-sem during our semester spring break, for the first time, that's when everything slowed down since I'd come. And that's when I was like, what do I do with this time? That's when homesickness kicked in. That's when...
Now you've settled a bit.
Yeah, now everything is settling and you wonder what to do, because I've been used to this. Wake up, you have class, like an assignment, you have to do it.
A routine. Yeah.
Then that's kicked in and you're like, oh, man, I need to plug in these gaps. Then at the end of this semester as well, like, yes, we did the end of semester review. Please watch it, just in case. It should be somewhere within on our channel. It happened again. Like, because there is a longer period now. We had, at that point, we had, 3.5 months of just vast open space. You have to, like, what now? So the first 2 weeks were really, I was all over the place. I was like, what do I do? So I had to sit back. I reached out to my mentor. Like, talk to people that, like, to just speak their minds and have some guidance. Because if you linger too long, before you know it, the next stage will have come, and you literally would have, in a way, wasted your time. If you, like, down the road, if you look back, like, I could have done ABC and this, but now at least you can find one thing and latch on it.
I think it's first of all, when you get here, you're thrown into a routine. Luckily for us, you're thrown into a routine. Like, you get here with things to do, boxes to tick. Like, okay, I've landed, so okay, I have to first get a house. Then you get the house. Then I start furnishing the house. Then while all our school is going on, you're going to class every day, Then there's the other things now outside school, finding an SSN, getting a credit card, getting your state ID, all those other things. So you're thrown, there's always things to do. So when now, like, it's mid-sem, you kind of have your rhythm. First of all, you've learned most of the places, you have your routine of the train, how do I get home, to and fro. So I think part of that is part of it, that now at first you're in this go zone, and then everything starts to settle down. You start to tick off the boxes one by one. So you tick off, let's say, like 5, and now you realize that, oh, you have more free time, secondly. And then realize that all the other things that are remaining are not yet like heavy enough to take up your space. So when you're in that zone now, I think that's when you feel like, oh, what now? Because now, for the first time ever, your brain has slowed down enough to take in now what's happening. Because when you just come, you're not really like taking in everything, you're just doing things. You haven't yet like settled and be like, Yeah. So now when you slow down, you have more time to yourself, you have more time to your thoughts, your brain's like, you
keep pinching yourself like, America.
Yeah, and then you start to not question, but kind of like review, to your point of homesickness. That's when you're like, because now you think about where you've been versus now where you are. You've settled enough to know where you are, to sit and watch a movie on a weekend calmly. So those kind of like put you off.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of, actually, when you told me being stuck, I thought you were talking about, I'm stuck.
Well, you really wouldn't be stuck if you had an agenda from the first point. Because by the time you go through the process of getting your visa, your everything in line, by the time you're cleared at the visa point, that means there's something set for you.
You know where you're landing, you
know exactly what you're going to execute. So that being stuck is maybe someone who just, or your guy, I don't know.
Well, see if I were a student, maybe ngoli ku route endala zino.
Yeah, route endala.
But agent was which won't tell you about, but maybe those.
Yeah, maybe those. But
so first tell me, how did it feel for you in that zone when everything slowed down? Was it scary? Was it calming? Was it, how did it?
Well, that winter break, it came with many things. Remember?
Yeah, because it's winter, first of all. So, winter is the saddest time in people's lives.
No, not winter break, actually spring break.
Spring break. Yeah. It was just like a week.
Yeah, it was just a week, but that week came with what? Change of weather.
Yeah.
So my whole body was like, bichibi, no. Like the body just started shutting down. But I think I got some allergies of sorts. Like, everything was the food, everything.
There's the change of weather, seasonal allergies.
Yeah.
Because flowers are... First of all, in the winter, everything is dead. Yeah. Everything is brown. All the trees have no leaves. All the flowers, all the grass has, everything is... All of a sudden, everything comes back to life. So all the pollen from flowers, So most people get actually those flu and seasonal allergies.
Yeah. For that whole week, I was down. Like, temperature...
You may think you're malaria or typhoid.
Is it now? No. But for the most part, talking to people helps.
Yeah.
So that whole week, all I figured out was to, one, make sure that I eat. make sure that I eat and sleep.
Yeah, the basics.
That was it. If I ate and slept, we're good. And that's all I did. And then I think I spoke. Yeah, I spoke to you.
Yeah, you told me.
I'd be like, yo, man, I've been down. Then
I'm like, what's up? Is it sickness? Is it? But you can't put your pain in it. It's not malaria, it's not, but you just feel your body is like, nah. I personally think, first of all, the change, you guys came in winter. So to you, the change is extreme. It's stressing to your body.
And it was the worst winter ever.
Yeah, it was among the darkest winters in New York. So it's a huge change for your body. You're coming from like the coldest you've seen ever in your life is 16 degrees. And all of a sudden you're thrown in minus, minus 10, minus. So that extreme change, that could be part of it. You have to prepare for that. Take care of yourself. Otherwise, your body will crash. It's like boss, Neda. You can't get a glass that's been frozen and you throw it straight in it will crack. It will just
hot water.
It will just break. So that's one of the things, especially if you come in the winter. Luckily for me, I came in the summer. So it was hot, but heat is
you transition.
So you
slowly.
feel winter coming because in the fall it gets cold, but slowly. So you rise with the or go down with the temperature. I don't know. Then I think the other one would also be because you're on the move. First of all, it's a huge change, and then you're also doing a lot. You're running, you're walking a lot because in New York you walk a lot. You're trying to see all these things, and you're learning all these things both in school and outside school. So all that combined, body stress, minds, not stress like bimenya, but like weight. There's a lot. Strain, that's the right word. Strain body-wise, strain mind-wise, strain. Your body is like, boss, start day.
Because your palate for everything is diversified. Like
exactly.
For everything.
Food, diet is different.
And that's when I realized, like during that break, that's when I realized my body was starting to reject particular food.
Hey.
Yeah, so there are some things I can't go around now eating. There are some meats I can't eat because how they are prepared because of the oil. So that's when everything was like, no, you can't have that. Like, however much I try, the body was like, no, not today.
Yeah.
Then the end of semester was, it was thrilling. It was like, yo, Chiwe day. That's, that was exciting. Then came the time of, like, you wake up the first day after your last class. My last class, I'm like, yo, what am I going to do?
It's like you've been, then all of a sudden, sudden stop.
And the sudden stop here, our result basically are uploaded almost like 2-3 days after.
Yeah,
like you know exactly what you've performed. So there's nothing to look for. Like that, like school is basically closed. Doesn't you've closed that chapter. So now find ways to make yourself
busy.
Okay, not really busy, but make use of your time.
Time is money.
Yeah, when you come here, the pressure is like I have to have something to do always. And that's the mistake I realized after. I'm like, chochi nonya that I need to really be on my toes the whole time. As in, to relax is good. So after talking to my mentor, he told me like, yo, this whole thing I'm going through, because I walked him through all the scenarios, like, yo, like I had written down even labs, what I want to do. The guy's like, boy, calm down. Like what you have written is double yes. However, take your time and just look at the basics. What you can do now that will propel you down the road. And that really helped me to just settle down and start working on my resume. I told you I was working on my resume for 3 weeks. And it's like, guys, for 3 weeks. Resume.
You really have to, because it's different. You're writing it in a different... I don't even want to say format, because when I say format, you may just think it's just when the language you're using. It's like it's a whole different thing. You have to say the things differently, and then you have to say different things. I've been fighting with the Ugandans on that, so it catch off. Resume, go, because you realize that this thing is not as easy. You have to change the lingo. So our resumes want to show, first of all, that we did many things. Secondly, and that we are bad guys. I was the manager. I was the CEO. These guys don't care about your title. They care about what did you do, results.
The result, like, so what they mean. What Emma means by that is, you say what you did, the impact it had on the company, and which results, basically in one sentence, and what it covered or the reach it had. So in all that, you have to cover that within a sentence, and with particular words that show. Okay, particular, not even words, verbs.
You have to be like, I worked with a team of, you have to put quantities. I worked with a team of 7 on a project that handled 7,000 records. And then we optimized the efficiency by 70% using Python. Like, you have to tell
plus
them
the tools. Using which tools, like, in one sentence.
A worker would be like, I was the head of Bichi. Yeah, I'm a bad guy. So that change, and by the way, don't underestimate that change. People may look at it like, getting your mind in the right frame of thinking, that frame of thinking is harder than you think. It's way harder than you think.
Because, well, you're going to say use AI, yes. You use it, and it comes down to, like, it can rephrase everything to that particular sentence length or whatever, like, because
have to give
everything has to be in one sentence, capturing exactly what you did. Because guess what? This is the same story you have to tell someone on the interview panel, because they're going to look at it and ask you about it. This is the same template to be used on your LinkedIn, so that your story is one. So that whole thing, I think I received, in a span of 3 weeks, I would receive a rejection every other day.
Your resume is not yet.
Yes, every other day.
To give for context, here we have a career center where you go and they just help you. They help you brush up on your CV. They help you rephrase it in a way that's understandable to the American and European markets. Like, it's a whole center. It's a whole department where you go, so many people, you set an appointment and you just talk to them. They refine your resume. They help you find internships. Like, young with this.
Department. Let me edit a bit for you. It's not help you. They guide you. They will provide you all the resources that you require, but you have to do the work.
Oh yeah,
it's you who does the work. Because when for Jatuva, when I say ngena kuyamba, omusajja gives you everything, and then they sit back and wait for final results. Here, you have to sit down and
by the way,
day in, day out.
That thing is frustrating. I don't know. So it catch off. Do you get that? Umna Uganda kubuza something. Then, because the best anyone can do is send you a website link.
Yeah.
That is it. And that, to them, they've helped you a lot.
That's a lot.
But in Uganda, like, I send people links to the schools. Like, hey, they expect me to apply for them. They expect me to... Like, it's a very funny mind frame. Like, getting away from that mindset, by the way. Anyway, but then go on.
That whole aspect comes into, if I'm to help you, make it easy for me to help you. Because that's all they do. Because what they are looking out for, you show initiative. Because my professor, the professor, you'll speak to someone, you're like, yo, I need a recommendation for this and this. They'll be like, yes, I'm happy to help. However, the thing is, you have to write the recommendation that really shows what you are strong at, what you are good at, what you have covered from that other person's perspective, and you share it with the person and like, yo, sir, this is the recommendation I've come up with. Look through it and give me feedback where I can change. And that is the help. That is it. That is
partly
the help.
Because here, no one is going to do things for you. Because someone could be paid. Because here everything is paid for. The biggest thing here is not getting the thing. It's paying for the service. Let me give you an example. If let's say I want to buy AC, the biggest hassle is not going to be the cost of the AC. The biggest cost I can assure is going to be paying someone to come and install it. That is, here people's time, services is more important than the thing itself. The thing, So these things of, hey, do it for me. Hey, are you paying me? Are you paying for the person's time? Because there are people paid to do that. Whatever it is you think it is, there are people being paid to do it. The economy is that vast that whatever it is, someone is being paid for it.
Yeah, and for this, need that about sasula for just to Jawano and
this
wire.
And this is how we release stress.
And for those out there that I know there are people you want to reach out to in Kampala, assume they are busy. Assume you can deliver whatever message or whatever request you have in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Do that and you'll see how far you'll
Not
get.
even assume they are busy. They are busy.
They are busy. Okay. They are busy. And even if he's doing nothing.
He's doing something. I had a friend who used to tell me that. That's because I'm doing nothing. Doesn't mean I'm free.
Yeah, doesn't mean I'm free.
My doing nothing is part of what I have to do.
So you have to respect their time and your time as well, because we can't have a back and forth between like, yo, kindly write me a recommendation. That person has
guys send you their things like, what do you think about this? I'm like, bruh. Like, brother, it's not that we don't want to help. It's just that anyway, these things are hard to understand if you've never, very hard. The people who have never stepped out of UG or look at this like, what does this get? Because it's a very hard concept to put to words. Very hard concept to articulate.
Not really. It is exactly as it is. There is someone that sent me a 13-page thing that I had to look out. Like for him, his thing of 13 pages. I told him like, yo, just summarize it in one sentence and I'll give it. I'll take a look at it. And that's like 2 months ago. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but also the other part I wanted to mention on resumes is trimming, because we come from a mindset of and maybe it's only a me problem. But today I was even showing one of the people who work with my resume. It's like, yeah, if you've worked for that long, it's okay for your resume to be, more than one page. But now we need to focus on trimming, because first we want to say everything. We want to put everything on the salon, also on the resume. From being a manager at a restaurant to being HR to doing printing to doing a degree in whatever to doing. Because that's how our economies work. We want to show that I've done a lot. It's a quantity need. Yeah, it's quality. It's more like, yes, you've done all those, but what's relevant to me?
Yeah.
So that getting that thing of, let me leave this out, let me trim this out. Even I am still having that problem of, I've done a lot in my life. I've transcended so many industries, but now trimming out of, let me not say this, let me say this. Because to us, you feel like this is important. I should say it. Okay. But now that discipline of, it's important to me, but the other person doesn't want to know. You see, there's a person who sent me their resume. I'm sorry if you're listening to this. The guy sent me their resume and you listen to
You're
this.
not sorry.
And the guy was like, put all these things, Yasoma, Bichi was managed some places. And somewhere there, he also put that he knows how to drive a truck. I'm like, yes, that's useful, but not to thing where you're going to do digital marketing and media. What does so that get in that mind frame? Because to us it's useful, you know.
Yes, it is.
When I'm hiring someone, I want to know that there are all these many things so that I can exploit them properly. In Uganda, that's what we do. But here, I'm only going to hire you to do one thing. You're not going to do anything else for me. Here, this is how roles work. Someone doesn't hire you to do a billion things. They hire you as a data analyst, you do data analyst. You will never find yourself having to drive a truck. You see. Naye waka, gwali mutai, enchagwali mumi, enchagwali, you know. So getting from that mind frame to be like, you know what? It's hard.
To tie that to tie that into a neat bow, it's like have all that in like one document. Then once it comes to applying for a particular job, just select a few, make the resume tailor-made for every job. There are also the AI portals for that, where it will just make a resume for you for that particular job. So, well, we were going around circles. We were still talking about being stuck. So, I was doing that for many weeks, like being stuck, and I started realizing, like day to day, the goal is to make the most of that day, the hours you have. So for me, it started with the resume. It gave me purpose.
Give you something to do.
It gave me a focus. Because every other day when you have that rejection, like it stings, but also it gives you
what to do the next day.
So over time, I started brick by brick. Oh, yeah.
Built a wall.
So I started building on. I added a few things. Started looking out for events to go to. Then before you knew it, Tech Week came around like every day. So every week I look forward to something. At least I need to find an event I have to attend every week to network, to understand what is out there.
Because also your rhythm, your energy gets hyped when you come to these countries. I remember when I went to Toronto, your level of stimulation. I remember when I went to Toronto, nganze, in Uganda, take a typical day. When you go out, you know, labeka filimu, you know, that's ogenze kukabala, that's a you call every day, you feel like, weekend najikubye. But here, you can do that and it feels like you've done nothing. So your level of stimulation, your level of activity is higher than from back home. So when that's the case, sitting still feels also agitating because you're used to being on this level. You see, if you're home, it's okay. You wake up, really do nothing for like most of your life. So doing nothing feels like kawa. But here, when you've been, especially when you just come, your school, you're running, that's high level of activity. So it all of a sudden slowing down feels more, it stings more, I think, to me. Yeah. I think that could be part of it. I remember this one scenario in Toronto. We had gone, I think we went, ate some seafood, octopus, vichi. I'm like, wow, today is a good day. Then we went and caught a movie. I'm like, wow. You know, most of those things in Kampala, one thing is the whole event. Tugenda Kuria, that's the whole event. Tugenda Chadi Kuria, that's the whole event. But here it's just they can step into the next thing. Then, so at the end of the evening, we go back home. You know, I don't even want to watch TV. I don't want anything more. My other boy, I just went to the living room, switched on TV and started watching a movie. I'm like, you still need more things to do after all this shit we've done. You see, because when you're here, your level of stimulation is way, way high. Things that excite you or get you like, that was, that bar gets set higher and higher every time.
On a daily. This as well is another level of me keeping, staying active, because this gets me out of the house.
But the good thing in New York is also there's a lot to do. Like I said, there was Tech Week. There's so many events. The problem becomes, what do you want to go for? But the things to go for are there.
how do you want to spend your time and money sometimes.
So speaking of money, let's talk about the people who are going to try and rob that money from you.
And if you missed the money episode, it's somewhere within you'll see it.
Watch that episode. Watch that episode because money is the most important thing. Anyway, so I want to talk to you about scams. Because first of all, if you're in America, if you're in New York, if you're in Europe, you're the number one target. Some of you have never experienced these scams because why would an Indian scammer be targeting? Toina saying credit cards don't even work. We don't have the systems that scammers want to use to scam you, Because imagine me in Kampala. Okay, me, I had a company in credit cards. Imagine the typical guy, maybe a massacre. What's a scammer going to, akwagazaji? Talking about syndicate credit card number. Talking about syndicate social. So when you move to these nations, you become a target, a very high target to these scams. So let me start with the person ones, which to me were shocking. They're not really scams per se, but even the trained PS systems warn us about them. So here, sometimes you meet them when you're coming from the train or just when you're walking in a car park somewhere. There'll be these kids, usually nice looking kids, youngins, or some fresh, nice looking girls. Or, and they'll stop you. Hi, and they're good at their job. Like, they'll compliment you and, hey, do you have a minute? Vichi. Then they'll take you through. Then when you say yes, no, immediately, they'll take you through. I'm here for a cause of blah, 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 blah. They tell you about this charity organization. It's usually the ones that tell you about charity ones. I first met them in Toronto. I'm walking. This nice girl stops me. I'm like, forget it. Tells me about, some charity, what save that, what? Not even save the children, something like that. Vichi, would you like to contribute to the Vichi? I'm like, but they first take you through a long story. Then at the end of the day, they'll ask for your credit card or debit card. Basically, it is not a scam per se, but there are those that are legit when kids are actually raising money for, let's say, their school basketball team or a cause, or sometimes it's legit people, but sometimes it's also non-legit people. They're just buffet and then they'll take your credit card. The train we use every day, there's an announcement that goes out that keeps playing, that telling people do not give your credit card to strangers. Those are the people they talk about. So they'll come in the same way. Hi, I'm from the poverty, whatever. Then they talk to you. Then before you know it, they're asking money from you. Of course, since you're in America or Europe or these countries, you won't have cash. So they'll be like, we take credit cards. Then they take your credit card. And you never know how much they remove from there, first of all. You never know what things they may set onto there. So I'm putting this as the first number one scam because it has spectrums. There's the realness to it, but there's also the buffet side to it. Yeah. So watch out for that one. That's being scammed using, I don't know what to call that. Have you met them, first of all?
I've seen them, but I try to, I'll say hello. That's it, and keep it going.
Yeah. Me, I always tell them, I'm in a rush.
No, just keep it going. I'm like, hey, hi, how are you? Good. Bye.
Luckily, but even us, they stop us. But they still stop you.
That happens. They tap into the emotional bit.
Yeah.
So in cybersecurity, obviously they use emotions, they psychological.
By volume cybersecurity. First, tell us how to avoid that.
Like there's a story one of our lecturers gave about a guy who stopped him. This guy had a car, his wife and kids in the car, but he stopped him like, yo, sir, I need a couple bucks. I need to, I need some money, like hard cash. Because our professor is genuinely a good guy. And like, oh, since you stopped me, I'm willing to help. And he's like, so how much? Like about 200. I'm like, oh, fine. I don't have much on me. Can I walk into the bank and get you? Guy was like, oh man, I'll be grateful. So, because he's telling the professor, like, yo, my wife and kids are here. He looks at the car.
Guy could have been pointing at random people in
No. It was him.
Yeah,
The car,
yeah.
So I was like, oh, fine. I can a couple $100. Like, okay, fine. I don't have enough on me. Let me walk into the bank. So the guy is like, no, you can even have like he thought my professor was bluffing him. Like, you can even have this watch. This guy removes a Rolex watch, hands it over. Like, okay, fine. You don't need to go to the door because you don't want him to get into the bank. Because, I don't know, time. But no, they want to hit when it's hot. So, before the guy my professor hands over the money, he looks at the guy like, how come you are from California?
The number plate had Cali.
Yeah, Cali. He's like, hey, but they got on some mugwang. So he becomes hot-headed a bit. You think I'm scamming you? That's when he hands over the watch.
Defensive.
Yeah. So, like, okay, fine. Hands over the money. Professor holds the watch and some jewelry. Hands him, and he's like, yo, so let me get into the bank and hand you more money, the one you want, because I can see you have a lovely family, and I want you at least to get wherever you're going safely. He's like, okay, fine. Professor walks into the bank. On return, this guy had driven off. And he's like,
Maybe.
Like, that is tapping into
emotion.
Like, emotion as in, like, people are willing to help.
But
now you as well have to think on your feet. You need to just don't be rushed into this.
So
listen and see. There are always things that telltale signs that you can easily ask. Like, always ask. Because for the most part, when someone is telling you something, we are saying, ask, like,
follow-up
questions. Because obviously they'll have answers, but these answers will show you how genuine this person is. Because guess what? That guy drove off with $200, but the watch that he had left this professor,
it was even stolen.
No. It wasn't stolen. On checking, like after a couple of days, the professor was like, this is a nice watch. Heavy, felt real, genuine. So he checks online, describes it, and that watch was $15,000. I was like, and guess what? These people always target you. It didn't even end there. A couple of days later, like, that guy probably told one of his friends, and they targeted to the professor because
now they profiled him.
Yeah, they profiled him, and he wears a particular cap. So they profiled him. This guy shows up, like, yo, give me a cap. Immediately to him without even as in there, yo, give me a couple bucks. They're like, looks over to him, he's like, because they saw him walk, and this guy drove, like, he was driving past him, and instant brakes. Jumped out, he's like, yo, give me a couple bucks.
Yeah.
And
speaking of, let's also talk the beggars in this city. They're also beggars. So now, luckily for them, why they're begging is mainly drug-related problems. It's not because they don't have because first the beggars are because we are poor. Here the beggars are because it's drugs. You see. Yeah. You see a beggar on the street is there. Abimukubye is lying down, but next to him there's an iPhone, there's a JBL speaker. So it's not that they are poor. It's because it's not that they even services to, the guy is there on the street, but he has his phone, he has his iPhone. So those will also beg you for money. Then it's just random people. Every time I was going to the store, and this car kid just showed up. He's like, yo, do you have $20? I'm like, why would I give you a kid $20? Like, even I did. I'm like, no. He's like, okay, cool. And he drove away. So there are also those. Then there are these, of course, the homeless, feed my kids, veteran, those ones also. Who else? Then there are the ones in the trains. Those are the annoying ones. Come to you in the train and start us. There are many New York trains. I don't know, see them in Jersey stuff. Then
Jersey to live out now.
Then there's also the ones who are, okay, they're not really beggars per se, but come do a song in the middle of the train and then ask you for money. Come and sing in the middle of the train and then ask you for money.
Yeah.
That's also that. But those are not scammers. We are digressing. Second type of alert you should be aware of, especially if you're new to the city. This happened to me. New Yorkers are sharp people. First of all, Western civilized nations are sharper. So New York is full of all shades of life support even become sharper. So I mark one of my first days. This has happened twice actually. Among my first days. First time I go to CVS, I think. I buy some stuff. So change, because you're still getting used to the new money. I give the guy and give me back less change. Black guy, surprising, all the people have done this to me are black people. The guy gives me less change. And I didn't know. Like, but that time it was polite. It was like, he was supposed to give me back like 18 and he gave me back like 12. I'm like, come on. He skipped a $5 in there somewhere. Damn. I'm like, I'm new. I don't know the denominations yet. Though they are very easy to know, but, in the heat of the moment, you're fearing people, when you're new to a city. Then the second time is when I was I didn't have a credit card yet because I'd lost my card, but I have to pay for things online. So here there are those to-go credit cards. You walk into any store, buy a card, not credit card, sorry, Visa cards, MasterCards, online cards. You buy a card and then you load it with money there and then you can go and use it for your online transactions. They are for sale. You buy the card for like $1 and it's all sorts of companies, MasterCard ones, PayPal ones, private company ones, bank ones, but they are, not really gift cards per se, but actual cards, actual Visa cards. Then you walk to the guy, he loads money on it, then you can go and use it for him. I think there are many in New York City because it's a tourist city. So I think they do them for people. Come here with my cash, but I don't want to walk around with cash. I put on a card, be using that card, tap around, swipe around, buy things around. Because your foreign card may have, exchange, rates
and
that
fees.
Yeah. So New York has that of they give you those cards, then you put money on it, and then that card can work as a normal Visa card of your bank. So I was trying to get that card. I walk into CVS. I walk into a CVS.
People.
So yeah, the people, not the company. So I walk into a CVS. I wanted to put $300. I don't know what I was trying to do. I was even with Collins. I don't remember what I was trying to buy. But I wanted to put $300 on it. So this guy tries and the card refuses. First of all, I'm a foreigner and it's a lot of money. So there was all this authentication, bring your ID, which thing. I'm like, cool. So we do the thing. I hand him the cash. He tries, he works it out. And then it refuses. Like the card refuses. Then the second card refuses because this was late at night. It was about 9 in the night. So I'm like, you know what? Leave. Give me back my cash. The guy counts, because when they get the cash, they put it in a counter and that counter is locked and supervisor as the one who can, like, certain people don't have access to certain things in, like, what goes back to my point earlier is that when they hire you for something, you only do that. You don't go outside that box. So you find like a CVS that the guy who has access to opening the counter is different from the guy who works at the teller, like this. So these guys, he put the money in a thing, but since it was this past due, at a certain time, not everyone can open that thing. So when I ask for my money back, some other person had to come and open the thing. The guy opens the thing, counts the money. They give me back even change that I didn't give them. I'm like, cool, free change, why not? To go back, they had given me, was it $20 less?
Sheesh.
Because, I was like, I didn't even bother to count. I'm like, it's okay. Just put it in my pocket and rolled. Then, as I was walking towards the path, I'm like, I didn't count this money. Because, in the moment, there's people on the line, I'm delaying the line. Guys are telling me, your card is jamming to load the money. I'm like, you know what, just leave everything. So I leave. On the walk, I'm like, I didn't count this money. To count $20-something less. I'm like, so there's also those that be cautious. Just because you're in a first world country doesn't mean people are not sharp. They'll give you back less change. They'll try to, so they'll try to tell you different prices. Then there are these who, this was, I won't lie, and sorry if I sound racist, but these have only been mainly Asians, we Indies. When they see you and the way you sound like onomophilica, they'll tell you a higher price than usual.
Oh, yeah.
Because their prices are standard. $10 everywhere is $10 everywhere. I saw no be like, Kano, we'll tell you $15. And you don't know. You don't know. So you buy, then you walk next door, find a legit, maybe Arab guy, nice guy, and for him, he tells you the actual price. So those are also there.
There's a price change on different things because there's a 7-Eleven I walked into. The price tag was one thing. Then once I reach at checkout, it's a different price. I look at the guy and I'm like, no, this is not the right price. The guy said, I'm like, no, I'm not paying for that. I walked away because there is no point in that. And there are certain scams that are common everywhere. These are SMS.
Yeah, it's a tuja. But the good thing here with prices is the prices are usually on everything. Even in restaurants, before you walk in, there's a menu outside with the price of the food. So, but most of us, since that's not the world we come in, most of us, it's only supermarkets where there's price on the tag.
Yeah.
And not even every supermarket. So most of us are used to picking the thing, and you're supposed to know the range because now agenda kukuba. But here the good thing is everything, there's a price tag on it. Wherever you are, whatever, there's a price tag. If it's not plastered somewhere on a menu, on a wall somewhere, it is on the thing itself.
Or just ask. If you feel you're not you're uncertain, just ask. It's just information. And that's one thing I'm learning to do better. Just asking. Like if I don't know, like, yo, what's this? How much is it? How does it work? Because what's the essence of paying for something, one that you don't know how much it costs or what it does before? Because there are many things you look at and you're really curious. You're like, man, I've seen this, but
you don't know what it
is. Where does it go? What does it do?
So on to the main biggest scam. The text message ones and the ones that come in your email. So this story begins from Canada. Somewhere last year, because you're new in the place, you're very eager to get a job. So there are some things and you also don't know how the environment works. So they'll send you a thing in your email, we have this role, Vichi, would you be interested? And then you reply. And then some days later, they tell you, you've gotten the job, we'll be paying you this much. And the money looks exciting. But it is out of bounds. It is not the normal, but for you don't know. Because you don't know how much a system engineer analyst is paid on average per hour. You don't. So for them, when they tell you it's 6, you can make up to 650, your pay will be maybe 600 a week. So you may think, oh, maybe that's what these people make. There's that part of you don't know. Okay, you don't know what the actual payment is. You know what the minimum payment is, but since there's so many roles, it's a diverse economy, you don't know how much is paid. So the guys reach out to me like, you've been, because also you also be applying for many things. So you're on LinkedIn apply, you forget the things you apply for. So when you see an email telling you, oh, you've gotten the offer, you may think, maybe this is one of the things I applied for. Okay. So guys reach out to me, they are from something games, End Games, it's a video game company. The email looks legit. They just changed the original website. It was like Endgame. So for them, they had endgames.com. So it's very subtle things to miss. Yeah. So you look at the email, looks legit, and they use real people's names. Like the person sending you the email will use someone's name, and that someone actually works for the original company. So maybe it's James Peter. When you Google James Peter End Games, you go to LinkedIn and you see a James Peter End Games. You see, they're impersonating that person.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
Exactly.
Just watched The Office.
So So you look at the email, you're like, this sounds legit. You reply. I replied. They're like, okay, now we are going to set you up. They send you a Teams link. Let's get on Teams. I got on Teams. And then, like, okay, now we are going to, because most companies, when you're getting hired, they want to buy you equipment, The guy's like, okay, now we are going to, can you show us your working space? So that we plan and, we are going to send you money to start buying equipment to work. I'm getting excited. I'm like, So then my boy is like, as that was fast. But this is 3 days in. So it's like, I don't know. He keeps quiet also. This is a guy who's been in the space as well. And again, I'm also tech savvy as well. So we get on Teams. I'm talking to the guys. Sadly, I send them my passport. If you ever get shady things from me, it's not me. They're like, okay. Then they now my NASA skills came into play. So you know how to identify fake things from real ones. So they're like, okay, now I think we'll send you a check. You can bank that with whatever bank. And then, So I didn't go far away from there to know what the scam ends like. But I'm like, these guys, they don't want to send me money. I'm like, kawa. Let me wait. They send me the most photoshopped check I've ever seen in my life. A normal person can't tell it's Photoshop, but me, I worked on NASA Road. Photoshop is my life. I used to Photoshop those.
For his actual work, not
for my actual work, not for scam purposes. So
support was a group.
By the way,
shameless plug.
Was a group. So they send me a check. I look at the check and just laugh. I'm like, shit. So I call up my boy. He's like, because we did, again, we are both tech people. This guy is like, how many years into the software career? He's a highly paid software engineer. Almost sit in the last tax bracket. But now we are not. So I'm like, we go back to the email. I'm like, but we did our background checks. We checked the website. Because I googled End Games. I'm like, this is a legit website. I went to their website. And you know what the funny thing is? Even when you use the URL from the emails, it leads you to a website that is an exact clone of the original website. You see? So, because the guy's email will be johnpeter@endgames.com. Yeah, I copy the last endgames.com and search that. So it takes me and took me to a real website, endgames.com. So I go to LinkedIn, look up the guy. There's a guy called Pete who works for. I'm like, this is like you do your.
Do this.
And this is me. A normal person doesn't even know how to do these things. You see? When was the last minute? My boy goes to Whois, which tells you who owns the domain. Again, a normal non-technical person doesn't even know what these things are. Most of you may not even understand what we're talking about. So he goes to whois.com, pastes in the endgames.com. And then they tell him, Neda. So we're like, shit. Then we Google now the company, we go to the company and find out that there's endgame. There's no S. Like, shit. And then even to the point that on the website, on the original website, there's somewhere down there where they say, we are not currently hiring. Please be aware of any people on the original website. But you cannot, the website was an exact clone. So that is one. So they will get you, which I don't know how the scam ends. But then when I actually even pasted, I don't know what I pasted in Gemini. I'm like, is this a scam? And Gemini took me through how the scams work. So I think usually it ends in, they send you that check, then maybe you try to bank it and maybe it refuses. And then maybe they tell you, no, it's okay.
Send
maybe
your details.
Yeah, send us maybe your details, or maybe first send us some money. And then maybe we'll send you bigger check, or maybe in mail or something like that. But at the end of the day, they want to get cash from you. And the faster you cut off, the earlier. So that's one. That email cloning companies.
That is a phishing email. And for the most part, they really look like legitimate.
Yes,
from a legitimate source. So whenever you receive something, really cross-check. Like, you need to be aware of where you have shared your information or what you've signed up for before. Because most part, as you said, like we apply so in many places and we tend to forget.
Yeah.
So usually this is why when you're trying to get into a place, it's advisable. One, look at the company. Before you even apply, look at the people who are already employed in that, because then you can tell. These are tips for most people out there. Like, go to LinkedIn, find that company, go to people, see the people that work there, because that way you can actually talk to someone who can also help you.
Yeah.
Like
DM them. Hey,
DM
are you guys
them.
actually hiring for this role? Those are extra steps.
Those are just precaution.
Because normal Googling doesn't help anymore.
Yeah,
you Google and the thing will exist. You Google the person and he will exist. So the second story I have for you, this is recent. This is this week. So the second one is the people who now actually robe credentials. So I worked for MIT, so I have an MIT email.
Yeah.
Whatever at mit.edu. So in the MIT where I logged it in my app, I get emails from MIT, and that's internal. Like, it's not coming from my. So on today is what? Monday.
Today is Monday.
I think it was Friday. I wake up to an MIT email. They're like, some guy called David something. I usually get those. Some guy in the internals decides to send an email to everyone who has worked for MIT. So the guy is like, there's a job for the summer students and maybe staff. There's a part-time job. You get to over 600 a week. He puts a link. If you're interested, please click here. The link led to a Google form.
Yeah.
And the Google form had World Vision, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, you get a response within maybe 24 hours. The guy puts his name, and again, I check the email. I'm seeing David something at mit.edu. That's a real MIT email. And I know this is MIT. Like, no one just gets those emails. There are those companies where you're not just going to get a meta.com email. You're not going to get a Facebook. You're not going to get an Apple. Okay, not a personal, but the worker's end of the email. Especially for school institutions. They don't just... Yeah. So, he was supposed to be the sports Richie. Of course, I do my duty. This is MIT come in the circles. I didn't even do much. I just Googled the guy. I'm like, he exists. So I start filling in the Google form. Then somewhere towards the end, because it seemed like, and these things happen here, someone can reach out to someone in MIT is like, I need people to help me do this. Or someone can reach out to someone in Yeshiva here. It's like, I need people, can you send me a few students who can help me do this? You see. So it happens. I've even seen it happen here. So I fill in the form towards the end. They mention some woman who looks like maybe the one who asked this person to look for people. So as in the end, they're like, to finalize your process after filling in the Google form was asking for email, phone number, location, personal email, school email, blah, blah, blah. Basic data collection, first point of contact. The second, at the end, they ask for, to complete your OBT, please send your resume and I think your resume and an email to show interest in this position to an email. So they put another email there. Now that email, what I had overlooked, it had, maybe they said the chick was called Sarah, the person who was in charge of the whole project, the World Vision project. Sarah at outlook.com. So to me, I've already filled in the form. I go to Claude, I open my AI, I paste the whole Google form, and then I tell the thing, write me an email to this person. And then Claude tells me, before you continue, I should warn you, this is look like a likely scam. I'm like, and this is something I want to encourage people. Use these AIs. The first scam I'm telling you about, Gemini really, really helped me. Right? Then, because for you don't know, you're new to the environment, you don't know what's what, you don't know what figures are okay, what figures are not okay. You don't know. The AIs know. So just paste in and ask. Take a screenshot and ask. Like Eb said, ask. If you don't want to ask someone, ask your AIs. Ask. It's the least you can do. Paste a screenshot and just ask, is this legit? 4 words can save you a lot.
Because identity, like the biggest threat out here is identity theft, and it's no joke.
It's no joke.
There's an episode in The Office, like amazing show. Like if you haven't watched it, another shameless plug, but watch it. Like Dwight, Jim, just go and watch it.
I know.
But identity theft is major, and here, what the requirement here is small information, your contact, your email,
and your address, because those things matter a lot here. There's addresses are tied to, so
because that's where your social security number is picked from. If you have one, you're going budget at teen, as if teen, yes, it's that one. Like that's where they pick it from, and that's what helps you survive here. Because when someone takes over your identity, they're coming for you. For them,
they can go borrow, get credit cards in your name. They can do so many things. So much damage. So I personally think the thing tells me, before you continue, I have to warn you. This like look like a scam. It has all the ticks, all the boxes of a scam. I'm like you, and to me in my mind, it hadn't even crossed that this may be a scam. Like to me, it was just, does this person work for MIT? That's not even from the point of a scam, but from the point of, in case can they actually get me the job? Not from whether the job exists, because again, this was coming from an internal source. Imagine if someone from your company sent you an email using the company email. There's very little doubt there. You think maybe it's secure.
Well, you really have to pay closer attention to the tags on the email. Usually there's going to be a dot somewhere, and the format of your emails, like the company emails, are different. These guys will add a dot somewhere, or a Z, or an ampersand, or like instead of an E, there's a special character E. Like it's subtle.
Yeah.
And that is it. And
but you know what even gave me courage was, this is MIT. No one is going to just get a .mit.edu email.
No, that means someone on the inside got, like,
they hacked the guy.
They hacked that person, and now they are using their account.
That's the identity theft. Because even you, now, if they stole my identity and I work for Yeshiva and they got access to all those details, they can use that to scam other people within Yeshiva. Yes. That's what happens. So the thing tells me, most likely that pay looks unreasonable. They are not specifying, like it's pointed out. Then I saw them as it's pointing them out. I'm like, shit. So I didn't write the email, and I'm like, oh Jesus. So then I go around. It even told me what to do. Is like, what to do next. Report this to abuse. They gave me the emails to report it to. So I write the email and tell the MIT security team and the abuse thing, and they shut down the email. Because I told them, guys, this is what's happening. And they shut down the email. They're like, oh, thank you for informing us. We've dealt with the matter. They closed the email because the email was being used to scam other people, you see. But that, it's hard to tell. The reason I'm telling you that one is because we also have another friend who was almost falling for it. And most of you don't even know. For you may think the things they're asking you for are normal. Again, you don't know. You don't know how, most of you won't even know how serious your SSN, your social security number is. You don't know. So you find this guy is offering you a job and they are taking you. Then someone like, okay, to complete your application, give us your SSN, give us your And for you don't know, you're excited in finally. And you just give in those things. You see. So that is it's very, very bad, because first of all, it's tapping onto your need for a job. You're in your country, you're desperate, you're looking for jobs, and they play to that. And they keep asking you for things. They keep asking. They even I know who they've been asking, now to get the job to secure it, send us $500. Like those things happen. The only thing I can tell you now, if I even move to that, the third kind of is the exact same thing on email, but on text. You receive a text message, job offer, I am a recruiter working for Wichi. The most annoying thing about this whole experience of job offers in emails, now I'm even skeptical that whenever I see anything in my email, even recently, was it today?
I have one here called, what's her name? Sophia.
Those keep coming in.
My name is Sophia and I am a recruiter at Job Espresso. So here is like if
those
you
are
keep
text
reading,
messages.
If you keep reading, well, this is a great free remote part-time / full-time online job.
It's always those vague
Like you
things.
get,
Remote,
like-
part-time.
Like remote, full-time, part-time, online. Like she's repeating herself. Remote, then full-time online job.
But
that
for you,
offers
don't see, we as
free
human
time.
beings don't see these things.
Then the other tell like give hours, like the hours are flexible depending on your schedule. So the range, range from 30 to 60 minutes per day. As in, what do you mean you're working per day for 1 hour? And salaries range from $200 to $800 per day. Earning no less than...
At least mine was per week.
Yeah, earning no less than 9K per month. So if you sit down and think about it, like $200, like if you're going to work, say 1 hour per day, just round it up, like say 1 hour per day for 30 days.
There's no way you're going.
There is no way you like it's either more or so. It's really shady. Like they give you the Telegram, the WhatsApp number, but no email. So it comes from
those text ones. Are even as long as it's on text, do not. No recruiters use text. That's what we can tell you. Do not. I'm trying to find the chat history with Cloud where it assured me that this thing is a job scam.
And there's another scam. Like once you get a phone number in America, usually someone might have owned it before.
Yeah.
So people will definitely call you. So those are things you have to, one, if that person calls, engage them, talk to them nicely, cordially, but they're always going to you'll receive emails in the regard of your toll payment for Easy Pass.
Like as if Bagenda,
like they're going to
can you a fine for?
They're going to pay you a fine for something. So it must be settled by March 28th to avoid fines and the suspension of your driving privileges. Kindly play by the due date. And you're like, yo.
I don't even know, nigga.
I don't, like, those are things you have to sit down with yourself and look at and report as junk in your what? In your phone. Because I'm happy.
I can't find that chat. I don't know why I failed to find that chat. I would have loved to read for you the check marks that it gave me.
That is why cybersecurity training and awareness is really essential, because for the most part, even the experts, like they have, like this thing has gotten so good that you look at an email and to look so legitimate.
So legit.
And
you do your background check. The guys are there, but just impersonation.
There's a course I did.
Is it my history?
No, there's a short course I did on exactly that. Just identifying phishing email.
Oh yeah.
And man,
don't take these things for granted.
Smallest detail, like
don't take these things for granted.
Grammar, punctuation, a contact here. A letter that looks legit, but because it looks like your screen may look dirty. It will make your screen look dirty, but that's the actual letter they have used. An A has a different format. A B has like everything. So whenever you look at your keyboard and you long press a letter,
those funny letters.
Those funny letters, those are what they're using. So you really have to scrutinize everything. You have to be on your toes. So if you look at that MIT email or whatever, you look again. It could be legit, but for the most part, the end gamers thing, it's a Z somewhere, it's an ampersand somewhere. Even in the URL, usually look at the URL, see what it says. Because recently I received an email. I was checking for H&M, and look at their website, and it's all the W's and a 2 before the dot. And I'm like, no. This doesn't look right.
The annoying bit about all these things is, even today, like, I think 18 hours ago, yesterday, I received another email. Now, my different email. Like, hi, I'm so and so. I work for touring.com. We are recruiting Gen AI people, and you look a fit. Again, I look up touring.com. It's a company. I look up the guy. He exists. I look up the domain he has sent me. It's touring.com, not your rings, not... I got the actual domain. I'm like, okay. And at this point, I'm tired because I'm like, these guys are just... So I take screenshots and again ask the AIs. I'm like, what does this say? ChatGPT says it's Kawa. Claude says Neda boss. So guys, these things are real. They are smarter than you. They are playing to your desperacy. You don't know. They know. The last piece of advice before we close, because we're going to go back. Last piece of advice I can give you is, before you get excited that you've been offered a job, first of all, get to know that here getting a job is not simple. It's not a simple process. Getting just these student assistant roles of kubera invigilator mu bizamu, enrollment process takes about 3 weeks to a month. Ngo feeding up, soma kola bichole. You see,
there's even a training.
There's even a training, and that's like a simple genda fuka invigilator. You see, for most of these big companies, like let's say Meta, Facebook, for you to work, let's say now summer 2020, you would have been they close applications by like December last year. Applications are closed, they already know, and then those people start the enrollment process. The enrollment process can take up to a year. Ngo tandika genda yingira company jikolera. You see, so don't anything that seems too fast. 1, 2, 3 days you're in the company. Neda boss. That's one thing I can tell you to look out for. The other thing I can tell you, let me see. The other thing I can tell you is use your AIs, guys. Use your AIs. There's nothing. First of all, we don't know everything. We don't know everything, but there's nothing. Most of these that if it's online, these guys have the info. You see, and they're almost done. And they have the info, and they're almost like better than you at getting these things done. So take a screenshot, ask ChatGPT, ask Gemini. These things are free. These things are here to help you. Ask Claude, ask Mistral, ask Meta AI, ask whatever AI that you use that is accessible to you. Ask, and just ask, is this legit? It will tell you. Text messages, job offers threatening you, whatever is going to be closed, do not. If you've never, luckily even here, there are phone calls you will get, and they will tell you likely scam. The telecom companies do that for you. They kind of guard you against scams. So if it's an unknown number and it's a likely a scam, it will come. The name will be likely scam. I don't know if, other telecom companies in other countries do it, but here they do that. So that's the advice I can give you. Ask your AIs, Google, do your research. Nothing is as fast and as easy as it sounds. If it is easy, it's probably not. If it's too good to be true, most likely it's not.
Yeah, and to add on to that, one, verify the sources. Verify the sources.
And that's getting harder every day because they're impersonating these sources. They're not coming up with something new. They go to a legit company that exists and they just clone it.
Verify the sources. Use, like if you're in a school or anywhere, use the school resources.
Yeah, use the people.
Use the people, always. And then if they reach out to you, please always report. Report.
When a cybersecurity expert is telling you.
Yeah, just report to someone. And
yeah, you could save the next person.
It saves the next person.
Because again, the grannies, the uneducated, they think of those people.
Because he has covered most of the things. So what I'm adding is that those three. Verify, use the resources provided. Like like these things, like all these companies, government agencies, schools, universities, banks, there's a resources section. There'll be resources, contacts, and what to do.
And And if the job, let's say, is coming from Bichi, go to the website of the company, see if they're actually hiring for that role. You see. And if all that fails to kubile, between a cybersecurity expert, we shall handle the business for you. Thank you for watching, for listening. Giacomo, this has been a great episode. We've covered what it feels like being stuck when your body shuts down, when things now you're moving too fast and what happens. We've covered scams, all sorts. We've tried to cover the ones we've experienced and given you our experiences and told you a bit on how to avoid them. Come back next time to hear us talk about...
we'll talk about
we shall see.
Scam. Could be dating. It could be... Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll see.
But yeah.
Drop.